In 2001, the Gloucester Fishermen's Wives Association added this poignant statue to Gloucester Harbor. This Let's Visit program is both fun and easy for me to do, since I grew up here in Gloucester. And one of my favorite places to visit is this medieval European castle at the entrance to Gloucester Harbor, the Hammond Castle.
Good day. My name is Mary. Welcome to Hammond Castle.
Dr. John Hayes Hammond, America's second greatest inventor, built this castle and its tower beginning in 1925. The centerpiece of his mansion resembles the Great Hall of a 13th century European castle. The tower holds over 8,000 organ pipes, and the Great Hall became his venue for displaying a magnificent organ. The skull is said to be one of Christopher Columbus's crew members and is part of a collection Hammond put together while yachting in the Caribbean. Here is the Roman atrium of Hammond's home, his version of an impluvium, but deep enough to swim in. When I was a younger man, I remember Dr. Hammond used to color the water a vivid green color, the dye another of his inventions. Around the impluvium are the facades of a medieval European village. These building fronts are genuine, brought to Gloucester piece by Hammond.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and thanks for visiting us today at Hammond Castle Museum in Gloucester, Mass.
On the top of Portuguese Hill sits the Fisherman's Church of Our Lady of Good Voyage. It is a Spanish mission-type building modeled after churches in the Portuguese Azores. The Madonna on top of the church is a replica of the original carved in Oporto, Portugal.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Clark, the resident carillonneur here at Our Lady of Good Voyage Church. Presently we will go up into the playing room where I play the bells, these lovely bells that were dedicated in 1922. If you look at the tower, you can see the bells, and they stay stationary. And when I play on the keyboard, I will move the clapper directly and control the music that comes out. I hope you enjoy it. We call these batons. And when I press them, the wire goes up and it moves the clapper to the bell. And then you want it to come back away from the bell so that it rings out nicely. And so you work on a fairly light touch. And unfortunately down here it's hard to hear because the action is so loud. But then I don't know what else that was put in 1922 that's still working with the same mechanism. So I'm pretty proud that this one is okay.
What do you do with your feet, Marilyn? I see there are pedals down there too.
Oh yes. Well, these are wonderful. These are the big bells. The largest bell weighs 3,000 pounds, and I can play it here with my foot or here with my hand. But it leaves me free to get more music that way, using both feet and hands. And that's usually what I do. Let's listen to one verse of this and you can see what happens.
I put a microphone outside. Let's listen. How would you like to play the role of Quasimodo and climb up the bell tower with me? How many rungs are there up there?
I thought it was 18.
That's an awful long way up there.
It sure is.
I'm an old man.
Come on up, kid.
We're way up in the tower. I mean, way, way up in the tower.
Right. This is not on tour.
This is not a regular tour.
No.
Okay. And these are the big bells and little bells.
Right.
And there are a lot of them.
31.
31 bells.
Yep.
And bats.
No, surely not. I don't see any. The little one is 25 pounds. The big one's 3,000. And if you watch, I guess we'll wait till that sound. Isn't it a beautiful tone? I love to play the melody in the bass using the foot pedals. If we look at the D bell, you could see the mechanism totally. And this wire goes down to where we were before. When I hit the baton, it moves it.
Hit that one again. Yeah. So it's just a hammer.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're up here in the tower.
And you're playing bells.
I'm playing bells by hand,
That's the way they should be played.
which is probably now being heard all over Gloucester.
Right.
Cool.
Right. Most democratic of all instruments. It goes freely everywhere.
Very nice. Thanks for the trip, Marilyn.
You're welcome. Come again.
The crowning moment for every tourist who comes to Gloucester is the photo op in front of the fisherman statue facing the harbor. The famous man at the wheel statue was designed by Leonard Krask and commemorates the thousands of Gloucestermen lost at sea in the last 380 years. A long-standing popular event around the 4th of July is Fishtown's annual Horribles Parade. Gloucester fishermen are noted for their bravery, endurance, and strength. Consider the true story of Blackburn, the Gloucester sea captain, who deliberately froze his own hands to the oars of his boat so he could dull the pain, and then rowed 65 miles from the open sea to come home to Gloucester Harbor and his family. Gloucester has lost over 10,000 men to the perils of the sea in the last 300 years, a high price to pay for such a small city. And with dangerously depleted fishing stocks and crippling government regulations, the Gloucester fisherman is facing a bleak future. But he's made it through tough times before, and will no doubt be successful again. Everywhere you turn in Gloucester, there's something new to behold. What is this strange structure in the harbor, you may ask? It's the greasy pole. Youngsters from all over Cape Ann vie to be the one to walk the pole and grab the flag at its end without falling into the cold Atlantic. Shall we watch? Well, that's our show. That's Gloucester, Massachusetts. I hope you had as much fun watching this show as I did videotaping it. Gloucester is a remarkable place, and we did some great things on this trip. We saw a parade, we did the downtown fair, we climbed up into the belfry of a church and listened to a great lady play some carillon. We went to Hammond Castle, we went out on a whale watch. We did a lot of things. Well, I don't know where we'll be going next, but wherever it'll be, it should be fun. So until our next trip and show, this is Dave Welsh saying au revoir.